Hi there and hello, I'm Anita and I'm the artist and creator behind Teacup Girl. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a pretty exciting video for you and one that I've been wanting to make for positively ages. It's a process video and I'm going to take you through the step-by-step process of creating a test cut for a design. So I have a design, the Starship whale, that I've made in the past, but I actually wanted to do a recolored version of him, and we call this like a recolor or a color variation in broaching lingo. And I wanted to make a new set of colors and acrylics for him just to give him a different look. It's really fun to be able to recolor an old design. I love thinking of different acrylics that I can use to make the design look just as special. I had some ideas for some awesome acrylics that I really wanted to test out. So I ordered a bunch of acrylic, it arrived in my studio, I started filming the whole process, I realized how long it actually takes. Oh my goodness, I have parts of the video that sped up to 8 times the speed and it's still a long video. So grab a cup of tea, settle down, and I hope that you really enjoy seeing the process of making the new colorway for Starship Whale. So let's do this. These acrylic samples come from, as you can tell, Teacup Girl. Always wrap them really good. Tissue paper, bubble wrap, and we have some oh, this is cute. Oh my gosh. I'm like, why is this sad face? And then it's like, oh, I'm fragile. I'm like, oh, okay. That's new. That's very cute. So we have some teeny tiny pieces here. All this lovely bubble wrapping ASMR. Woo. Ooh, fun. And more stickers. That is so funny. It's so hilarious to me. And I recycle all of this bubble wrap and will reuse it. So I don't actually mind that we have a lot of that because it's useful. And here we go. Now, you might be able to tell from the shape that this is our very popular and very cute Starship whale design. Now I'm just going to quickly peel these two pieces so I can show you what cool colorways we have coming of our Starship whale. Well, I haven't decided which colorway we're doing yet. So this one I think is the, I think they call it Purple Goth Glimmer acrylic. Oh my gosh, that's looking really cool. Oh, can I get this stickiness off it? I'll just use my nails to scratch this off. It's terrible for your nails. This just like absolutely destroys them, but sometimes I don't care. Oh wow. Oh, look at that, you guys. That is amazing. That's really pretty. Okay, and let's look at it from the other side. Oof. Oh, I think that's gonna look so pretty. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was imagining. Oh, I love that already. Okay, let's just look at the other one quickly. So this was the other color that I decided to test just to check which one I prefer. I can already tell that this is very close to what I had in my head when I designed this particular colorway, so I think this is going to be the one we're going to go with, but just do a quick peel. So this is the back side of the acrylic. This is the wrong side of the acrylic, as they call it. Oh, that's completely black. Whoa, my goodness. Okay, no, there is a little bit of color with it. Wow, that is intense. Very cool. I don't know if you can see. I'll try and show you. Destroying my nails again. There is a teeny tiny shimmer of purple and blue there, and that is just Really pretty. It doesn't really want to show you. Like, the acrylic always looks better in person than it does on camera or in a photo or anything like that. And it does look very cool. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my gosh, how am I ever gonna decide? Oh, you guys, how am I ever gonna decide which colorway to use? Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Oh, wow, that's so pretty too. Oh my gosh. So these versions of the spaceship whale are supposed to be kind of like based on different parts of the galaxy, because we already have, hang on, I'll just grab it. We already have this kind of bluey, kind of like stardust version, I guess. Like, this is what you find in the comet trail or something like that in space, is the idea. With this one, so here's really pretty. The idea is to do like a nebula style, or this one I'm thinking like deep space whale. So we have like our comet trail whale, nebula whale, and deep space whale, and I was only supposed to do one for the Kickstarter, and I am struggling to decide which one it's going to be already. Well, there's only one thing left to do: make them up and then decide. And now it's voiceover time. This is the very first voiceover I've ever done, so I am a little bit nervous about this. But here I'm just getting all of the whale belly parts ready for assembly. I have to peel them before I can glue them, and I'm just getting all those little bits done. I'm going to grab my enamel paints next, and I'm going to use these paints to fill in all the etch details on the whale. You'll have to excuse my scrubby paintbrushes, they're so grotty. Then I get all the whales ready. I'm painting his eye black and the stars white so they really pop. Then I have to let them dry. So while they're drying, I get on and start peeling all the other bits because they're all covered with protecting masking tape. And it's kind of a boring process, and I actually had to cut a lot of this footage, and I sped it up to 8 times the speed because it just takes a long time to get all of this protective tape off, and it's just such a repetitive process. But once they're all ready to go, I start deciding which bits I want on what whale. Then I grab my glue. This is Weldon, so it's quite a strong glue as it actually melts the plastic together, and I have to turn on my fan and open my window so that the ventilation is adequate because it creates a lot of fumes during that chemical process, but it bonds the plastic together really well, which is why I use it. And here I am just gluing all the bits on. This takes a while, and you have a little bit of working time to make sure that everything's lined up perfectly, so I do have to take a bit of time to do that while I'm assembling the whales. I had to grab more glue, so I kept gluing. This is just a different angle of me doing the same thing because I actually made quite a few of these different color samples. So here we are, ready to put together the last sample of this Starship whale. I've put together the ones that you've just seen me do, and I thought I would try to film this from a slightly different angle where maybe I could chat to you a little bit as I was doing it. But I've never done this before, so I'm not sure if my setup's super great, and I hope this footage works out. Also stressful, because once I glue it together, that's it. This is it. This is the last one. But before I start, I really want to show you how pretty this acrylic is. Oh my gosh, just look at the colors in that, guys. Oh, I love it. I'm so obsessed. And it's kind of sad because I have to glue over the top of this and you won't even see these pretty colors anymore. But what must be done, must be done. So let's get on, and I'm just going to glue on this mid plate right now. Cover up all those pretty colors. I really hate to do it, but you know, it's part of building the brooch. I do love working with pretty acrylics, but it's really hard when you have to glue over the top of them. And I know that sounds really silly, but it just is. Okie dokie. Now I'm going to put on the whale top.
and I just layer down some glue. I gotta say, I'm not used to working in the silence. Usually when I am working, I am watching a YouTube video or listening to some music, but mostly watching YouTube actually, because I don't know, it just feels weird to work in silence like this. Now I'm putting on the frosted parts. Do you have a favorite type of YouTube video you guys like to watch? I really like studio vlogs. I also really like creative videos. They're cool too. Turns out I should have had some of this at my desk already because I needed to grab some. I feel like I need to talk about something, but I don't know what to chat about because it's really hard to work and talk at the same time. Are you guys reading anything interesting? I'm currently working my way through the Stormlight Archives by Brandon Sanderson because he had the 4th book come out recently. And it's quite a complicated series, so I didn't want to just dive into the 4th book, even though I have read the first 3 in the series several times over. It's still a very long and complicated series, and I was just like, I don't think I can read this without going back and refreshing my memory. So just working my way through the Stormlight Archives. I'm up to Oathbreaker, which I think is the title of the 3rd one. Now I can't even remember that either. Dear me. Anyway, I really do enjoy Brandon Sanderson's works. I think the Stormlight Archives is one of my favourite series of his. I also really love the last 3 books of the Mistborn series. So there's 6 in total. But I just really enjoy the first... I enjoy the first 3 as they are, but I like the second set of 3 better because the series is kind of broken up in 2 parts. There are 2 different eras to the series, as it were. So the first 3 deal with the first era, and then the second 3 deal with the last part of the series. And I really just enjoy the vibe of the second series a wee bit better than the first one. Not sure really why, but I do like the Western feel of it. So that's been really fun. I do love a good book series, but it's not very often that you get one that's as long and as intricate or as complicated as the ones by Brandon Sanderson. And they definitely are a lot of fun if you enjoy fantasy, science fiction, adult novels. He does deal with a lot of interesting philosophy and thematics in his books as well, which I find quite intriguing. So yeah, that's just a little bit of something I've been up to, and I haven't been making brooches and posting all over the social medias and doing this and that and everything else. Maybe you could let me know down below if you have a favourite author that you enjoy. And there we go. All complete. That is the last of the different colorways we are making for our sample. So now we have 6, and I shall put my glue away and I'll show you a close-up of what we just made. Well, here's a look at our final pod of Starship whales. And I've got to say that it is really incredibly difficult to capture how gorgeous these acrylics are on camera. I have struggled to take photographs of these, and even on video it just doesn't seem to quite capture the beautiful lights in them, like this one here. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I love it so much. I think they're gorgeous, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. Although I've got to say that these ones I love. This is the one with the glow in the dark underneath it. I'm not super happy how the yellow of the glow in the dark material has changed the color of the mauve. So now it's not looking like a pinky purple. I don't know, what even would you call that color? It just doesn't have the right tone to it. Whereas this is perfect. I love that. That's so pretty. And that's with the white mid plate, as you can see there. This one's with the glow in the dark. It's different. There we go. So these I think are looking really good. These two, however, these are my fails. Oh, they're so disappointing. They just do not look cute at all with the laser cut stars. So the stars have been cut out rather than etched. And there's an actual hole there, as you can see. And it just looks awful. Like, look at these guys compared to that. It just doesn't look cute. It does not have the same pop at all. So, these two are fails. But I think we should see how they look when we turn the lights off. So let's do that. Ready, 2, 3, click. Oh my gosh. That actually looks really cool. So you can't see the other ones, of course, because they're not on the glow in the dark. I wish these ones had worked out better. It actually looks pretty cute with the stars glowing through. But of course it just does not look cute in the light. And you don't want a brooch that only looks cute when you turn off all the lights and wear it in the dark. So I need to do something about this because I love this, but I would really like the stars to glow as well. So I'm going to have to try some things out and see what I can do to make these stars glow as well and make them look as cute as this at night and as cute as they look during the day as well. Ta-da! And back again. So, what do you think of that? I think we have a lot of fun experiments here, but I think we still have some work to do before we get these perfect to where they need to be.
If you made it right to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching all the way through. I know that it was a bit of a long journey, but I think we really got somewhere with our Starship whale recolor. I'm really happy with how those new designs came out. I do wish that this pretty glow in the dark had looked better. Like, it's just so sad that he didn't work out. I'm like, oh, I really wanted him to work out. But I do have some ideas. We will fix this. We'll make this happen. I promise you, he'll be coming. He's just not quite ready yet. But I'm sure you're ready for me to wrap this video up. So, thanks again for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And I hope that I get to see you again later. Bye and byes for now.
Getting closer to what I want, but it's still not perfect. Okay, so I thought I would voice over this part.
You see my hands?
Talking and poking at the same
See
time
me.
was not working